Hello, hello. It is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon and Pisces. Um, th- I'm actually filming this as the full moon in Aquarius is peaking. So just to let you know that I don't always have my shit together, that sometimes I'm scrambling at the last minute to get my work done. So just so you know, I'm a little human. Also, I feel like this energy has been a lot to process, to mentally kind of sift through and um, kind of maintain that inner balance with ourself, with our like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual beings or bodies. And so I've really been taking my time to process it, maybe a little too much time, but that's okay. This video is getting done and it will get posted on YouTube in a timely manner. But anyway, so thank you for being with me. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube. I really appreciate it so much. And so pop the like button, drop me a comment, even if you just say hi, thank you, or something like that. The comments and the likes really do help boost, getting other people interested in my content. And so I really appreciate for that. I hope you're loving the Aquarius experiment videos. Those have been really fun to kind of experiment with. But really what I like about them is it's an opportunity for me to talk about energy and spiritual and coaching stuff, and leave the astrology out of it because I do have that versatility that I have been practicing with and working with. Also, this is the last moon cycle of Leo season, so we'll be stepping into Virgo season soon. So be on the lookout for the Virgo sun and rising signs. And I'm going to start implementing a niche of astrology practice into those videos, probably even these videos eventually, as I am learning another level of astrology through some classes that I'm taking. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Other things, my newsletter is coming out every Sunday for the time being, and I'm sharing my journey of how I got into astrology, from a personal development and coaching and emotional intelligence work that I was doing, and then how I gradually moved into working with astrology and whatnot. So it was a progressive evolution. And so I'm sharing bits and pieces of that journey as it unfolded. I'm sharing that in my newsletter. So anyway, so that's happening. I think that's it. Of course, the usual links are below. If you want to buy me a coffee and support my channel, that'd be awesome. If you want to work with me, if you love what I'm doing here, what I'm presenting, and you want to work with me, the link to book with me is below. You can get a sun, moon, rising reading. You can get a transit reading or a full-on chart reading. And so those things are available for you. Okay, so moon in Pisces, it's going to start waning or getting darker. However, I mean, we're going to be at the peak of that full moon at 27 Aquarius, and this is the moon in Pisces. It's like 3 degrees later. So there's still going to be a lot of that energy, especially since we had that T-square with Uranus, and of course the mutable T-square with Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus, which will kind of be more of the Jupiter Saturn square than the T square, because Venus will keep going on and Jupiter and Saturn are much slower. And so, yeah. And then, so we're going to be dealing with a lot of the repercussions, or sort of the I want to say consequences of, and maybe that's true, the consequences of, or the repercussions, or the sort of the what the heck, I can never come up with this word, but like the tidal, the wave, as it sort of radiates around the energy as it has peaked. But the energy is going to kind of stick with us for a while. And as it starts to back off towards the end of August, there's more to come. So hang on tight. But anyway, so my point here is to say that this could actually be a fairly destabilizing Pisces moon. Pisces is mutable water, moving water. And so we could see some, weather phenomena or, earth phenomena that could make events happen with regard to that. But also emotionally, you could be very emotionally unstable or destabilized, depending on what happened for you with the Uranus involvement in the full moon. And so, maybe something came up for you with the Uranus situation, or the day before with the Mercury Cazimi. Things could have come up and now you're feeling like, now what, kind of thing. And I think this is kind of one of those, introspective moments, and it's also like we're all feeling kind of stuck and like, okay, ready to move forward, but Saturn's got us all kind of in a chokehold. Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto kind of all happens in this chokehold because they're all at those latter degrees. Pluto has not moved back into Capricorn yet, but will be soon. But these outer planets at these latter degrees of signs and retrograding, and we're all like kind of in that chokehold, that clutch hold of nobody knows what to do next. And my suggestion here is more advicey than anything, but is like, hold on, everything has not been revealed to you yet. And so your desire to have the answers is more of a take this opportunity to be prepared, and not prepared as in physically prepared, although physical fitness could be a part of the preparation, but mental preparedness. What lessons are you being shown right now that you need to tackle and take on in order to have the growth that prepares you for the next thing, right? And, maybe you're getting ready to relocate. Maybe you're getting ready to get a new job or a new position in your job. Maybe you're getting ready to get into a relationship, but you're like, I haven't had a job in a long time, or I haven't moved in a long time, or I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. And what's the mental preparedness that needs to happen or needs to occur? Where are you willing to take on the growth that's being presented to you, right? And so kind of feel through that for yourself. In what areas can you, or are you willing to take on the growth that's being presented? Because I feel like for many of us, to get where we're going next is going to require a massive shift that most of us are not really prepared for in this moment in time. We're probably getting prepared, but we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. And the universe knows that. And so the universe is giving us a slow amount of time, which feels like, feels like we're just moving through sludge before we get to that next thing. So be patient as we move through this process. And so, and there's a lot of things that we all need to learn, and that we will be learning as Pluto goes back into Capricorn September 1st through the end of November. So we're gonna have 11 weeks of Pluto back in Capricorn, that's really gonna show up and show us each in our own way, maybe even collectively, some things that we still need to learn. And you may have already seen those, and maybe there's more. I don't know. It depends on how it's showing up for you. Yeah, so just know that if you're kind of in a feeling stuck pattern, or feeling like, damn, what the fuck, that you're just not ready yet. And if you're not ready yet, then there's something more you can be doing to prepare for the next level up. So feel into that for yourself as we finish up this Leo season with this moon in Pisces. It's all about I feel like it's all about preparedness at this point, whether that is, physically getting more fit, or mentally preparing, you know, shifting belief systems or shifting your resistances around something, you know, all of those things. So let's see what's up with this tarot. Got a card trying to fly away here. Put it back in the deck. How was the full moon weekend? How did it go for you? Was it good? Was it icky? Was it weird? Was it earth-shattering for you? Mine was relatively uneventful. Obviously, I'm filming a video at the peak of it, so. But I do feel like it's been a lot to process. All right, we must be doing something right because we finally got the Queen of Starships upright. We had it in reverse a lot recently. The Queen of Starships upright, Queen of Cups upright in traditional tarot. This is Nurse Ogawa. So I mean, we're getting a handle on those emotions. And if we're not getting a handle on them, then the universe is giving us an opportunity to get a handle on them. And so in the Aquarius experiment video, I talked about reaction versus response, because there is a certain level of we need to be, you know, good, versed, I suppose, at managing our emotions and managing our emotional reactivity, and whatnot. And so, you know, if you're kind of like, you know, the slightest little thing happens and you're sent into an existential crisis spiral, there may be some room for evaluation on that. So let's see what's up with the angels and ancestors. I think I said it in an Aquarius experiment video, but if you feel like 2024 has been a ride, just wait. 2025. This is why I feel like talking more about emotional reactivity, emotional response, and feeling your emotions and really feeling them through your body is because and adaptability and flexibility. And I mean, I preach that stuff all the time, but it's kind of like we're at a pretty decent critical point right now where things are going to be shifting and changing pretty rapidly here soon. And so, you know, the more you can do to be responsible and take responsibility for being adaptable, being flexible, rolling with the punches and all that is only going to be to your benefit. As the things continue to shift and change. We got the lady, and this is enjoy growth and reap rewards. Yeah, I mean, the more we step into growth opportunities, learning opportunities, the more we will reap rewards. The more you have a handle on your emotions, or your emotional responses, the more you will see a different outcome in the situation. Also, like the more you feel like you can trust yourself because you can, you know, you can handle your emotional reactivity in a difficult situation. There's growth to be had there, or in any situation, right? If you're dealing with, you know, who you want to be in relationships with, whether it's a partnership, romantic partnership, or friendships, or whatever, who you want to associate with, the growth there is, you know, leaning into associating with people who are healing and who are on these journeys, rather than people who are not taking on this work, and seeing the rewards of hanging out with the right people that can support you in what you're up to and whatnot. So yeah, I kind of like that. But I feel like, I don't know, there seems to be this need for me to talk about emotional reactivity and emotional responsibility. I'm a huge fan of processing emotions through your body, moving them through your body, allowing emotions to be. But I'm also somebody who knows when it's time to be responsible. And sometimes we have to check our emotions at the door, and be a little bit more Capricorn about it. and deal with our emotional part later, because in the moment we got to deal with the situation in a responsible, mature, way, and then allow the emotions later, right? And I'm not the best at that always, but it's something I've been practicing for a real long time, as I have worked with emotional intelligence coaches over the years, to really learn that. Also has a lot to do with, I have a Scorpio moon. So I don't know if y'all know anybody with Scorpio moons. Scorpio moons can be reactive AF. So yeah, it's something that I have definitely been practicing working with for a long time, is emotional processing. But I feel like as we continue to move through this volatile, changes, and we're all kind of going what the fuck to a lot of things, how we maybe are emotionally manipulated with propaganda or advertisement, or emotionally manipulated with, oh my God, I saw it on TikTok the other day. This woman like created this whole account just to share this story. And it turned out she was like doing this theatrical interpretation of something that happened months ago. But she like, TikTok has a creator fund, and so she got like a ton of money. That's emotional manipulation. And we see this with like nonprofits that do like telethons and whatnot. And I'm not saying don't support nonprofits. You do you. I do not support nonprofits, not all of them. There are a few that I do support. But most of them are emotionally manipulative, because the money isn't going where you think it's going. It's going to something else. It's going to pay the corporate officers and whatnot, and not actually going to support. So we see emotional manipulation all the time. And this Neptune at 29 is definitely highlighting and exposing a lot of that, thank God. But we are all kind of we've all been emotionally manipulated at some point in our lives, right? And so yeah, but there's a lot of that happening, social media being one of them, particularly TikTok being one of them. And I'm not here to hate on TikTok. I love TikTok. It is the easiest app to create a video on, because you can build the video within the app. But there are definitely a lot of TikTok accounts that are emotionally manipulative, because it has a good, easy to get into creator fund. So just, be aware of things that you are emotionally attached to, that you can use this as an opportunity to release or detach your emotions from. So anywho, okay, that's Moon and Pisces. And so I will see you for the Aquarius experiment, and for the Moon and Aries, and for the Virgo Sun and Rising signs. And looking forward to this Virgo season. I am excited to learn a lot during this Virgo season coming up. And so, yeah, all right. Talk to you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, please pop the like button, drop a comment, even if it's to say hi or thank you. I appreciate you so much, and I'll talk to you on the next video.